39% of Kenya's youth are unemployed, according to census data, further widening the gulf between the rich and the poor. A staggering 4 million youths who are qualified for work in the Kenyan market are unemployed, as revealed by the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics in April 2020. The report further indicates that the youth aged between 20 and 34 made the highest number of those out of the job market.
My name is Kennedy Singwe. I'm a graduate of Egerton University. I did manufacturing engineering and technology from the year 2006 and I graduated in 2011. I chose engineering as a course because I saw that it had a lot of potential and it's something I really wanted to do. I got an internship to work with an NGO for a short period of time, and then after the internship it has really been difficult to get a job that is really sustainable. So I had to struggle to go through a lot. I was almost giving up, and then I decided that I always have to have something for my family. So I started doing manual jobs, construction jobs, kazi ya mjengo, kazi ya mkono. That's what I've been doing for some time now. I always receive notifications on email every day. I apply for these jobs. I've gone for several interviews, but I've never really gotten positive feedback. So I decided that maybe somehow my education is not sufficient. So I got a chance, scholarship to study in China. I did renewable energy, that is clean combustion technologies for rural areas in developing countries. So I've added that certificate to my collection of certificates, but I've not been able to get a job after China. When it comes to jobs, sometimes they ask for experience. I may not have all the experience. So every year that I stay outside, I'll always be competing with fresh graduates who have maybe their knowledge is somewhat different and they're fresh from school, so they know a bit more. I always try to read more, try to practice what I learned in school to always keep up to date. I wake up with it. It's not a job that I really enjoy doing because it's really hard. The pay is so little. It gets roughly 600 shillings, that's 500 for the pay, and 100 shillings for lunch or for meals. And sometimes you have to commute, you use the money for transportation, and you have to send something to your family for food. Sometimes you go far away from home. I sometimes look back and sometimes I wish that I had done something else like law or medicine, because I had passed in my high school, and because I see there seems to be opportunities in those areas, but sometimes I want to go back to university, start all over again, and see maybe another opportunity will come up. Starting from my primary school education, I got an A of 82 points, that is 567 marks from Olezo's Primary, and then I proceeded to Kapsawet Boys High School, where I scored an A- of 74 points. From my village, people always looked up to me. I would go to schools, I would go to rallies, I would go to churches, speak to students, encourage them to pursue an higher education. When I go to the village, they call me an engineer, but they can't see anything in this engineer. It's just a name that I have. I lost my father when I was in high school, and we had to struggle paying my fees in high school. And so, as it was expected, I was to help my mother improve our living standards, make our lives a little bit better, but it's been hard. I've not really given up, and I always wish and I always hope in the next 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, I'll be doing what I love best, and that is working as an engineer.
Even at time I was even thinking of banning them because they are not assisting me in any way. And you know, the biggest enemy of a human being is time. If I just continue being the way I'm unemployed, other people are still graduating. So it's their time to come and take over. I did my degree and finished in April 2012, and I decided to go back for my master's. I did a master's in banking and finance at Mo University, and later on I decided to go back and do my PhD, which I did in January 2015. I did my coursework, that is a PhD in business administration, finance option, and I finished my coursework. So at the moment I'm working for my thesis, mostly in a bank. I worked for a period of 4 years, and then because of the demands of the job, I resigned from the bank in mid-2017. From there, because I still have a family to take care of, I have bills to pay. So what I did, I decided to join the taxi business so that at least I can make some money. That is what I've been doing for the last almost 4 years now. Still having hope that one day I'll still get a job and work somewhere. By the end of the day, the amount of time you have invested in that education, yet you cannot get or secure that job opportunity, it's quite frustrating. People look at you, sometimes they laugh at you. They see the time that you have spent in school, yet you are working as a taxi driver. When you graduate, you always put a portrait of you graduating. And then the kids, they are looking at these pictures, seeing how their dads and their moms, they have managed to prosper as far as education is concerned. But yet the other kids will be telling them that your dad is a taxi driver. So don't tell us your dad is learned. So you know your dad is a taxi driver. For me, I'm not ashamed of what I have or whatever I'm doing, because by the end of the day I need to pay bills. I can comfortably talk it daytime, nighttime, anytime and anywhere, that I'm a taxi driver who is doing his PhD.
Working so hard, getting a first class honors, no job, I just regret it. And I feel like I should have been given the money to start something else. I'm 25 years old and I graduate from Karatina University. I graduated 2017 with a first class honors in BSc microbiology. I thought I would get a direct ticket of working in an office, but it was all just a fantasy. Farming, that is the main thing I'm doing currently, and I'm not happy about it. That is not what I like. I'm doing it just to survive, you know. I worked so hard. I really wanted to be that scientist that would appear one time in a magazine. When people see me getting my djembe and going to a farm, they just laugh because they say I wasted my 4 years in school, then I'm just like them. 2018, there was a government internship I applied for. Then I was called for an interview. Those guys doing the interview went through my papers. They were surprised. Then they told me, Isaac, just go look for a job somewhere else. You don't fit here. And then I asked them why. They told me, because you are so smart. I was disappointed because, you know, when you know you can do something and then you are not given the opportunity, you get angry at times.
I'm Valentine Ochieng, 29 years old now, and I went through Moi University. I got a second class lower division in civil aviation management. I also applied for several jobs after graduation, that is 2016, and I got an internship with an airline company. Then when the internship was over, I continued applying for more jobs, that is specifically in the airlines sectors. But it like all fell in a deaf ear. So I had to look for other alternative means of survival. I had some small savings. That was about 500 shillings. I had to start some banana business. Then after that, I got another job. That is the teaching job now, which I did for some time. Then I still had the business mind, because I've been frustrated all along. I get a job, it goes out of hand. I start another one, it gets out of hand. So I thought to myself that I can start something that at least I can do for long term. I also thought that what I have at hand, apart from just doing that business of bananas, I know how to make samosas. Samosas, I sell them in the street. I have like a small base where I take my trolley to. My customers know that that place, like I partially own it. Most of the people around knows that mtu wa samosa, that's how they call me. I do it willingly. It dawned on me that life has to move on. However much I didn't get whatever I wanted, that is the jobs, I have now to do what I have at hand. It's what always pays my rent. It also brings some few coins that I can send home and do some little development at home. So I can't complain about it. I also offer online classes. So we do it through Zoom, the Zoom technology. So it's a very nice platform whereby you can communicate with the student. You illustrate on the whiteboard. He or she can do an assignment there and you can mark online. I teach specifically mathematics, chemistry, and geography. I think it's high time we as youths, we have to look at what we have at hand, right? Remember the story of Moses in the Bible. God asked him, what do you have at hand? He said, I just have a rod. Yes, fine, go ahead, use it. So I think it's high time we as youth, we can as well approach life in that perspective.
Many universities have over time seemingly chose to end the year churning out their pride, going by the number of graduation ceremonies that are conducted annually. While graduation ceremonies give a reason to celebrate, graduates are soon faced with the daunting prospects the outside world has to offer. The most daunting is unemployment, given the number of graduates entering the job market each year. Approximately 30,000 university students graduated in December 2019. The University of Nairobi produced the highest number of graduates, 8,428, while Kabarak University produced the least, 922. Kisii University had 5,110 graduates, while Kenyatta University had more than 6,000 graduates. More than 6,000 students graduated at Moi University. In June, 3,545 students graduated from the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, adding to thousands of others from smaller universities.